I think they've been a couple matches in this season already, but nonetheless, pistol round is taking hold right now. Mark.
One match so far for Vexed. It was a loss in overtime to Pact. Either way, the bomb is going to be heading up in towards the B site as the T side tries to take control. They do have a lurk over in connector. It'll be Ozzy going down as the bomb's about to touch pay dirt. It's going to be a 4-on-4 post plant on the B site. Crux is close to the window. The rest of the team trying to hunker down in positions across the board. Pickles picking one off with his USP. We've still got some players on site though. Crees sitting back towards the bench. It's going to be Knock chiming in with a kill. Do they realize there's a flank coming in from Catwalk? Unfortunately, can't turn in time, and just like that, the retake comes together as Vex will pick up the pistol in a fantastically played retake.
Yeah, the late flank from Truth there coming up towards that Catwalk, as well as Pickles coming out that market window. Great retake out of the Vex side. They're going to get this pistol round like you said, but really it's going to come down to this next eco round. What are Paper Planes going to do? If they end up dropping 2-3 guns going into this next gun round here, that's going to be a massive economic advantage for them if they do win this gun round coming up after this.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Vexed was one of the teams that came through from the ESL UK Premiership into Mountain Dew League. Quicks, Vanity, Ozzy, Pickles, and Truth. I've seen these guys play a little bit in EU. On the opposite side, Paper Planes off to a rough start, losing the pistol despite having numerous bodies on the bomb site. The CT's going to go heavier on the buy with the rifles, given that Paper Planes is likely to save and buy up next. There's the pop flash in as they try to set things up over towards B. Planes is there with the deagle. The bomb is still sitting back in spawn, a mistake we see a lot of teams at this caliber of play make, but usually they're executing and they go, oh wait, we forgot something. Oh yeah, it's the bomb. They do pick up at least one kill though as they try to make their way towards B. It's going to be difficult. It's armorless pistols and there's only 2 that remain.
Yeah, so not a bad round here for the CTs, only losing 1 person, keeping 4 people alive. That is a pretty solid eco round here. It's just going to come down to Ozzy. We see Knock now. Okay, he gets taken down very easily. Bomb left onto Kriaz, and I mean, with a P250, no armor mark, this round's all but over for him. Actually, Pickles goes right by him. This could allow him to go up through those upper B halls and now get that plant done. And that's exactly what he's going to do, Mark. This is massive. Who cares about dropping guns when you're going to allow your team now to get a boost in their economy due to this bomb plant?
At the very least, a little bit of extra cash. Like you said, it is big because they were going to be buying in the next round anyway. That extra $800 goes a long way.
Exactly.
Given that it'll bump up him, actually, to the highest amount of money. He'll be getting $2,700 on top of his current cash. It'll put him at 50-50. It's a decent chunk of cash coming into an early buy round, which usually teams are not able to get that much, so they'll have a pretty good amount of utility to back up the rifles. The only detrimental aspect of this is that they only take down 1 player in that round. So they're not going to have too much impact on the cash. There's a chance that Vexed will be able to buy in the round that follows. And they can't match the op, which is something that Quicks picks up early.
Yeah, I thought Kriaz might go ahead and get that glass cannon on the field just because, you know, this second round, it could be massive. And Quick's not picking up one of his own. This is where it gets scary. Good Molotov down to the connector. They're actually going to find the first pick onto the op as well here, Mark. That is massive.
Big early kill. Definitely going to hurt the money for Vexed. And their chances of taking the round as well. I mean, Pickles is rocking an MP9. He is at least playing close with that MP9 in the apps. So that's something to be said. Truth is on Cat. The other 2 over on the A site, Ozzy and Vanity. Doubling up on both sides of connector. This could actually be the play as there is a couple players in that general territory as Ozzy commences the spray. Ugh. They follow the tracer straight to his skull. It'll get cut down to Vanity and Pickles as Planes end up bringing it into a 4-on-2. A minute is left on the clock. Pickles has found himself an M4 off the corpse of one of his teammates. Tries to commence the spray down, but gets beaten out by Grux. And that should be the round. It's going to be a 1-on-3 for Vanity. He's got a smoke and a defuse, so there is a chance.
Is he going to go for this, or is he going to recover the op that was towards connector here and just go for that save? Does look like he wants to look for kills here. I'm not really too sure about this. I mean, they have money anyway, but ops are an expensive taste, Mark, and keeping one in their hands would be massive. Fortunately, though, nobody on Paper Plane is able to recover it either. So, a little bit of silver lining within that, but still, I mean, could have saved the op, could have kept that money going, could have avoided having to rebuy. Well, they're not even going to get one into the game going into this round now.
And see, that's the other side of it, is if he had gone back and grabbed the op, it would have boosted the buy quite a bit, as he could have dropped that one over to Quicks and gone to the rifle that he's got anyway. So, an interesting decision, to say the least. Vexed still in control on the scoreboard, but their money has hit rock bottom. They're on that caster budget.
No Yeezys for them.
I mean,
just famous.
Unfortunately, most casters do have Yeezys, from what I've seen. Just not us. Some of them have $1,200 Yeezys, and they fall into a pool wearing them. I don't know who that would be, though.
That's
I don't
a
want
story
to
for
name names.
another time.
Oh,
Truth,
man. Actually, I scored a pair of NMDs on sale recently. I'm pretty excited about that.
Did you?
Yeah, $83.
What?
Yeah.
Send me a pic later. That's amazing.
So now I look like a total hype beast. I think that's what the young kids call them these days. I wear those with my old man jeans.
You gotta get a pair of Ultra Boosts, man. As you get older, the comfort on your feet, man, those Ultra Boosts, they take you away. Anyways, so let's move on to this match right now.
Because it sounds like you were making a reference to another energy drink that I do not appreciate. Mountain Dew is the only thing
No, I wasn't.
that matters.
Mountain Dew's all that's in my life. It kickstarts it, just like the energy drink.
Quicks, Vanity, Pickles, and Truth moving up into the site. They do lose Ozzy as the retake goes on at the same time as the execute. He's trying to get in position, but getting cut down due to a result of somewhat lacking hardware. Truth has found himself an AK. Pickles has the M4. But it's Paper Planes who have now glided their way into the bomb site. Truth does shoot one down with his AK from distance, but he's going to have to kamikaze the site if he wants to try and take this one. He's got a molly and a flash for the artillery strike. These are all plane puns.
But he is going to just fly his way out of there. It's not worth it. That would be a kamikaze mission with no kit. He's going to save that AK.
Yeah, Truth's just going to keep that AK-47 in spawn. The remaining players also sitting on AKs, but the money is starting to build a little bit right now as Paper Planes recovers from the pistol round loss. Even though they lost the first 2 rounds, they did have a great pistol take, getting that bomb down in a 4-on-4, and then they kind of got given a plant in that second round. It was a big mistake by that.
Definitely gotten out of that turbulence that we saw early on into that T side for them, and now they're starting to get into some clean air. Gonna pick up this round fairly easily, I hope. Once that AK on Truth, I mean, that's an AK on CT side. All it needs is one bullet to take somebody down to the head, and he can get out of there.
The T side, though, looking to carry on. Get it? Carry on? Too
Nice.
far?
Nice.
It'll be Paper Planes, though, like you said. A somewhat soft round coming their way, as Truth is the only legitimate threat. And they've stacked up towards the B bomb site. It would be a bit of a dogfight in that territory. But Planes deciding not to really over-dedicate themselves, kind of taking a holding pattern right now as they circle around in mid before they decide to land on either bomb site. Truth, his AK could be key to a takeoff here from Vexed in this first half. How long can we keep this going? The hardest part is looking over and seeing you laughing.
Truth right now, I mean, look at this position. 30 seconds left. They are going to be going into that B bomb site. They spot Vanity. They know where Truth is, but Pickles, he's the air marshal. Unknown to them. Can he pick up any frags?
Planes
one
flying
Aussie
in.
now. Look at that.
This. It's down to Quicks. He's got himself a 1v2, but what a sloppy round from Planes. I mean, absolutely chewed apart by the B-stack. Luckily for them, they're able to recover. So they do end up getting that last kill. One player survives, but they can fall back on the money. At the very least, they have the cash going for them.
Yeah, I mean, Paper Planes just getting out of there. That was a very tight round. Great setup. Good gamble from Vexed, and Paper Planes goes right into it there. Vexed with the strong eco round. It's going to allow well, it's going to really, like you said, diminish Paper Plane's economy. They're able to buy up no problem into this, but if they do lose this, we're going to see that reset. Nice nade towards the top mid, but Paper Plane just holds back a second and avoids it.
Vexed. Trying to hunker down. They've got the rifles again in hand. They know how destructive that round was, so it could spell success for them moving forward. Potentially limiting Paper Plane's ability to buy deeper into the half. Vanity's underneath the balcony. He's got one just above him, soaring overhead. The T side still back towards mid, with 3 players trying to abuse the smokes. Grux taking the low route. His teammate just behind him. The bomb is now cycling back towards T-spawn as they move into an attack position towards this A bomb site.
Ozzy spots a bogey towards the A palace, not able to pick up the kill, but now Grux has snuck his way to the stairs. He's about to peer on over. Maybe even find himself a kill. Ooh, Ozzy has an idea about this, finds himself one, and there's no trade as well now, Mark.
Ozzy tried to get a little bit too aerobatic for himself as planes fly into position. It'll be Pickles and Truth in a 2-on-4. The bomb site has been taken over by Paper Planes, and now they circle, waiting for Vexed to try to get into position. It doesn't seem likely. I'd be surprised if Vex even goes for this one. They're just holding for exits.
They're going to eject any second now. I mean, this isn't a round that they want to be involved in. They want to reset it, start anew next. So we should see that emergency cord being pulled right now as they are just holding and looking for a way out.
Yeah, the only way they were going to go for this one was if Pickles decided to be a bit of a maverick towards CT spawn and push his way up. Truth just kind of goosing about. I'm forcing it now. I don't know the movie well enough either to make Top Gun references, so all I know is Maverick and Goose. That's it.
You don't know about Iceman?
Iceman, there you go. There's another one. Those are the only 3. I've never actually seen Top Gun in its entirety. Only
what? Top Gun and Iron Eagle are my 2 favorite 80s movies, and they're both about fighter jets. It's so good. I wanted to be a pilot when I was a kid, like a fighter pilot. That's how good those movies were. But that's how old I am. Jesus.
What happened? Why no?
That's a story for another day. That's a story for another day.
I'm always curious.
Ooh, Vanity going down towards that A ramp. The remaining members getting flashed through that smoke, but nobody's going to be able to find anything here as Paper Planes simply gunning them down with that turret towards the A palace.
Planes looking solid in their opening match. Reminder, they haven't actually played a game in MDL yet. So looking pretty good, picking up 5 rounds on their T side, 5 rounds in a row as well. At the same point in time, Vexed has been able to pick up full loss bonus. So now we should expect to see a strong buy come in from them that could potentially slow things down. Now we saw the op early on in Quix's hands. Now it's in Truth's. As he moves towards window, Quix is going to drop onto catwalk, not failing the jump. But there's not really much mid presence this round, and the shot through the smoke gives it away that they've got an op playing towards mid. It's actually Knock who's holding the op in apartments. And he's just waiting for a push to come in through underpass, which he's not really going to spot.
Paper Planes slowing it down now, taking it to almost a snail's pace here as we near the minute mark of this round. They have worked towards halls, and it does look like they want to just burst out. We have Ozzy playing under balcony mark, Vandy towards the spawn ticket booth. So this could be thwarted very easily by this ground defense setup.
We've seen Ozzy, or at least a member of Vexed, playing underneath this balcony in the past. And he peeks out. Wow. See ya. Nice shot coming in from the T side as they get into the site. Molly's going to go down towards jungle. That's the site lost, but they haven't really been able to secure much. Mollies are preventing the CTs from getting into position, but they're not necessarily free to plant just yet. There was players towards CT. Grux gets the bomb down just in time, probably going to die here in a moment. But what a shot coming in from Nock. Nock looking for another one, can't quite get it. He'll pick it up in the end. It's going to be Quicks left alive, almost picked off by Nock. As he legs him through the box, it's a 6th round for Paper Planes. As it's all Nock, Nock, Nock. 3 kills. He said I had to say 3 times.
I mean, that was some great shooting. Looking like a drone with that scope right there, taking out the CTs very easily towards that firebox. That last kill, legging him, allowing his teammate to finish him up. That was a great op round from the fire, from a tight position as well, where if you miss a shot, you're very much so going down. Early aggression here from the Vex side towards middle. Quicks does fall. Oxy now finding the kill onto 83 Monster.
I still haven't figured out how to say his name. I think it's Adam. AD3M is his, but I don't actually I don't know. I've been meaning to ask him, but I just honestly haven't done it. So mistakes on my part. Pickles will be the only one left, and he's gonna get diced up. As it's Paper Planes now on 7 rounds. Vex has yet to respond. You'd expect to see a timeout right about now. There it is. Usually about 7 rounds in a row is where a lot of teams kind of pull the ripcord. That's their opportunity to just slow things down and try to figure out what's going on.
Get those flaps up, try and just stop this game midair. Cool it down a little bit. We will throw it to music, guys. While these teams hash it out, we will be back shortly. Alrighty, guys, and we are back here. Paper Planes versus Vexed. We're coming out of this timeout that Vexed has just taken here to try and cool the Jets, bring it back a little bit, and see what they can do. A little early aggression is what they come out of this timeout with. Nice kill from Nock now, and that's going to be towards that lower B's. Finds Quicks once again getting aggressive with that AWP.
An early departure from the round for Quicks as he tries to land prematurely and gets spotted by the scope of Nock. Sitting in underpass, just waiting for the drop. We've seen him play in a similar position before. That time it was actually at the top of the stairs, sort of peering down, providing aerial support for the side of Paper Planes.
Yeah, this round he takes the ground to air approach. He's going to have the lower little shot there towards the underpass. Pick up a very nice kill on Quicks to start the round.
Now, it does seem like Vexed, they got off to that start picking up the first 2 rounds, but they've since stalled out. And they've been losing elevation ever since. Paper Planes has been gaining it, if anything. 7-2, a 5-round advantage. Now, the smoke's going to come in. I think Ozzy had mine to try to block it, but he couldn't get in position in time. He tries to play on the edge of it. I'm not sure what he can see. From my side, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to see much. In fact, I think the smoke kind of didn't land where they intended it to, but he's playing this one well. He's just waiting, and if he strikes now, he's got such a good setup. He'll find the first, maybe a second. Nope, his teammate picked him off first. As a result, he's spiraling around in circles, can't quite figure out where to look. It'll be the T side again who gained control of the site, and it's all up to Truth to try to make something of the round. Paper Planes with another artillery strike, and Grux is going to pick up a nice little 3-piece. That's now 8 rounds for Paper Planes, as Vex is just completely fallen off the radar.
Yeah, at this point, it's looking like MiGs versus F-18 Raptors. I mean, it is Paper Planes through and through. It's a one-man show, and we're seeing an advanced team right now going up against maybe a team that's developing or maybe just a little bit behind.
Six-round deficit for Vexed as Paper Planes is about to break the sound barrier with the way they've been picking up speed. Vexed trying to find a solution. It's going to be CZs that come out in mid with pop flash. It didn't actually blind the rear player, but the second one seemed to have helped out quite a bit. Good pistol play in mid to cut it down to just 2, but a good recovery as well. The AK straight to the face of Quicks. Only 1 rifle recovered, and even Nock is smart enough to throw away his AWP and swap out into a rifle, knowing just what they're going to be matched up against. They'll pick off 1 more, but there's the peak coming in. It's down to a 1v1, and Pickles is just on the wrong bomb site. He's going to have to rotate back into Molly. Goes up just a little late, and they'll end up losing the battle to an AK. Another close pistol round. But unfortunately, not going to be a successful scenario for Vexed. They take the engagement, and they lose. Paper Planes now on a 7-round advantage.
At this point, Vex just need to force up round after round after round. I mean, the money opportunity is going to be there. If they're getting even a few kills, they're going to get to that, 3.7, 3.8 mark. If somebody gets a 3K, it's going to hit 4. But, like, at this point, Mark, they need to just save guns, not go for these rounds that, Paper Planes are just taking the sights and not forcing these, and just save so they can drop into the following rounds with money loss. So once again, Paper Planes, Mach 5, as they are just in on that site.
Yeah, the T side of Paper Planes going to deliver the payload as Vexed continues to fishtail out of position. You'd think at some point they'd recalibrate and correct pitch, but they've been unable to do so as they've gone full tilt, descending even further than where they were. Nice shot coming in from Vanity and good awareness as well. Oh, moves just as he tries to spot the player towards a ramp. The bomb is still so well planted for them that at this point it's only going to be Pickles. And Pickles is just getting peppered up through the box. It'll be a 10th round, double digits now for Paper Planes. No response yet from Vex. That's 10 straight rounds.
What do you even say at this point? You guys take another pause here. 3.7, they're actually going to go for a save. Once again, Mark, it was the situation where they get a couple kills. They're not really in an opportunity to win the round, but they're still forcing it. They're trying to make something happen. When the bomb got down, I do believe it was a 3 or a 4-on-3 in that situation, and they kept forcing in. By the time it actually ended up, we see 2 people surviving in it. I mean, they could have kept those on 4s, dropped them to other people, and we'd have a better round here. We're really seeing Paper Planes get away with now towards this late round what could be buy rounds out of Vex Gaming.
And yet again, Vex trying to play defense on this A bomb site, but they're being taken down before they even leave the tarmac. Quicks, Pickles, and Truth. So far, with very limited cargo, not able to make much work. Kreese is going to move into location at the bottom of stairs. The rest of his team is going down already. It's down to Quicks, the last man standing. It feels like we've said this one too many times, and he dies before even really getting a chance to fire. I kind of just feel like we're repeating ourselves at this point. There's not really much to say.
I wanted to make a Delta pun, but I'm not sure if I should do it.
Like Delta as in the airline, or Delta as in like the triangle?
Yeah. No, as in the airline. But I'm gonna leave it.
I mean, right now Vex Gaming looks like Spirit Airlines. I'm just saying.
I was gonna say Paper Planes just Delta airlining all over Vex. Do you remember?
No, I don't.
Oh man. They were in the...
Oh, one of those scenarios.
Yeah. Oh man, flying is something else, eh? I don't know. I'm not really a fan of it. I get nervous every single time. I can deal with it, but
here's one. Try to squeeze tetrahedron into the cast.
Oh, sorry. Somebody look. You could always count on chat to correct you, right? And there we have somebody correct me on Delta. It was actually United.
Yeah, it was. That's what I thought. So when you said Delta,
sorry,
like,
I don't.
What are you talking about?
I don't know all about the airplanes. I just get on the goddamn plane. All right, you booked
Was
me a
it
ticket.
who
I get
was
on
the
the
one?
plane.
Who was the one that killed the dog? That might have been Delta.
Oh Jesus
I don't
Christ,
remember.
that's savage. I
Oh,
didn't
you
know
didn't hear about
that.
that? They put a dog in the overhead storage bin and it
Okay.
suffocated.
All right, that's
Yeah.
listen. It's too early for these sad stories. Jesus.
Well, the
But look
half
at this
has been
flank.
a bit touch and go for Vex Gaming. Much more go than touch. It seems like they've been mostly hands off. Vanity, the last one alive yet again, as he taxis himself over towards the market door. It'll be a 1-on-3 with the planes again circling the site. They thrust quickly into the B site, and there's not much defense there from Vex to do
Goes for it
anything
again.
about it. And yet
Save.
again, I mean, at this point, there's no point in saving because
No,
you're
but
already
Like
on the
look,
trailing
look,
edge.
look,
You might as well
we
try
have,
and catch
we
up.
have 3 FAMIs and a UMP, right? We're trying to go for the best possible round. You know what I mean? Like, this is not how you get the best possible round, right? You're regardless going to lose that round. It's a 3-on-1. The game isn't going your way. It's not like you're going to outgun them, right? It's not like it's close where you're like, oh my god, I'm fragging. Let me just go in and win this 1v3. No, save that gun, drop it to somebody who would have bought a FAMIS, and have a better opportunity. It really hurts me on the inside to see. But I like the confidence, I guess. Win that still. And now Kriya's taking down the UMP as it aggresses.
I mean, I'm not really surprised to see that level of aggression come out. I think at this point,
You have
pretty-
to switch it up.
you're
You
pretty
have to switch.
demoralized too. And like, I have a feeling that, you know, things are starting to spill out if you're Vex, especially considering, you know, UKCS. They're getting angry at each other. Isn't that like a stereotype of UKCS?
Oof.
I had to say that. I had to
Uh,
say that because our producer is from the UK, and I wanted to hear his reaction to that. I actually know some of these guys. I've talked to them quite a bit because they do play UKCS. So I'm familiar with what to expect from them.
Okay.
But to be honest, I didn't expect this. They are getting absolutely spanked by Paper Planes in their inaugural MDL match. The Swedes looking very strong as the region proves it's still got plenty more talent to farm up. Pickles takes the engagement at long range. If that's an M4, maybe he gets the kill, but the FAMAS, it's just the redheaded stepchild of rifles in CSGO. And it'll be, again, one player that remains for Vex against a sea of players on the opposite side.
What can he do? 1v4, nothing even beginning there as Paper Planes finishing up 13-2. As they move on to CT side here, Mark, and I mean, it's smooth sailing.
Now, I mean, 13-2. I don't even know how you bounce back from this beating. I mean, this is a CT-sided map. Just looking at the scoreboard, some of these players really struggling. Like looking at Vanity, he's 4-13. You know, Quick's 6-15 as well. This is not a great showing, especially when you consider they have a coach presence alongside them. And, you know, they come through with a decent amount of pedigree. You would expect to see a little bit more, but it's also possible that, you know, today's just not their day and Mirage is just not their match or their map. But we'll see. There's still a second half to play out. There's still a chance. You never know when a comeback might happen. Playing close towards the stairs. Whoops! A little bit of whiff action coming in from the USP. A strong pistol round would certainly signal a potential comeback. As Pickles is sitting on catwalk right on the other side of the smoke, is going to be a member of the CT side. He starts firing in that direction, gushes him through the edge, and then hits him with a follow-up. It'll be knocked, the only one left alive, and the T side survives with everyone left alive. Not too shabby.
So it's a good start here for Vex, but once again, this is the same start that they got off to on their CT mark. We're going to have to see a lot more out of them in many more rounds for us to actually be like, this comeback's happening. They've got themselves quite a steep hill here that they've got to climb.
There's also a chance they lose right here as the $500 pistol shows its kind of ugly face. The sleazy 75 in the hands of 3. Deagles for Adam and Knock. The T side is heading over into B. There's not a single member of Paper Planes there. For whatever reason, they've been grounded on the A site, and it probably will be a full man. I imagine this is a 5-man save. They'll just hold on to their pistols and armor for the next round because they clearly went for that stack and it didn't work out.
Wisely so. Why waste this armor right now? The CZs as well. They can even invest a little bit more armor into the next round if they so choose. And they're still off to a good foot here. Vexed Gaming going to keep 5 people alive. This is just helping their efforts. This is a very long T-side half for them.
Now, there will be a second chance for Paper Planes to reapproach with the pistol armor by. It looks like everyone's going to survive. They're not really taking engagements, just sort of sending out shots to keep them at bay, warning shots sailing across the bow of Vexed. Paper Planes still has a massive lead to fall back on, a huge cushion. So they'll save all 4 pistols and armor. The pistol was in the hands of Knock as well. The T side also gets to save a decent amount of money by not losing guns, but also not gaining kills. So there's something to be said about that.
Zer right now, he's aggressive towards this underpass area. Truth is above it watching. If he times this just right, he might be able to find himself a free kill here on a solo player. The rest of Vex moving into that B bomb site right now, Mark. It is going to be a free site as Paper Planes stack towards A. The squadron now moving over.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh!
Oop.
Nice shot.
Boop. Hits him with the deagle. That'll be a kill early on. Now, the bomb has been planted, so that's kind of working against the CT side here.
Oh,
Again, kind of stuck in a situation where, like, you can't win this one. There's not really a whole lot you can do.
They can honestly go... They might be able to win this now. Oh, okay. There it is. It does look like it is going to slow down with the bomb planted for Cat as well, but they can take guns here. It does look like that's what they're going to do.
I mean, that was the big thing going for them was plant position. That's why they were never going to take it. You know, once they got mollied off of market window, they had to either wait for the molly or jump through mollied off the door. They had to jump through window or wait for the molly to dissipate, and that was burning off too much clock time.
Yeah, for sure.
So that kind of like kills their chances because if they wait, they're just getting into the site too late. If they jump through the window, they're easy targets because they don't really have a chance to recover from the jump to get their recoil under control. Either way, we will see them buy up in this round. It's going to be the AWP in the hands of Knock. They'll send a shot out early through the smoke, but it's a blind shot and it doesn't hit. Quicks is on the other side of that smoke, just waiting right now. Trying to move into position. Nice flash from mid. He's full blind. If somebody peeked window, he would have been done for.
He's going to make his way into connector. Look at this little play he's making. Does pick up one, gets traded up, but that's going to allow the A bomb set to be pressured even further here. The only member of Zer does get taken down. Vex looking like they may pick up their 6th round. Freeze saying nope. As he takes down Pickles and makes this a 2v3 mark.
Paper Planes not off to the greatest start. A little bit bumpy as they take that early trajectory and give Vex Gaming a little bit of a window to work with.
They're actually going to save here.
Yeah, they're going to smoke this off so they can get away easier as well. They're going to keep that AWP. They'll keep the rifle as well. The AWP is glass cannon, so it does make sense. But the T side knows they're heading over towards B, and Ozzy's sniffed this one out pretty quickly. He's going to try and catch them as they cross into the window. At this point, they're going to take the fight, and I think he's wise to just fall back. There's no way he's going to win that battle, especially with them holding the AWP in that position.
Yeah, for Vex right now, they understand the fact that it is a long half, and they don't want to be in a situation where maybe they lose 1 or 2 and now their money's shot. They want to have these buys going for as long as they can, regardless of the round lost. So saving 3 guns is a good opportunity for them to get towards that goal. Paper Planes, on the other hand, saving that up. We're going to see Knock pick up the armor behind it, the M4 as well for Adam, and a couple CZs and Deagle to complement those weapons.
Quicks and company trying to regain some much needed momentum. They kind of ran out of fuel midair in that first half early on as well. Just after takeoff, they drifted into a state of oblivion.
Ooh.
Now, Paper Planes with some good shooting early on the CZ, but yet again, they stack towards B, and the bomb goes down without much of a problem. So it will be more than likely another save. Paper Planes is playing this one very cautious, and in their ecos, they're stacking, playing passive trap setups, not really taking the fight to their doorstep, but trying to let Vexed kind of fly into their territory.
Yeah, they've actually recovered a free gun out of this. They traded 1-1. Oof, but that's actually massive as the M4 going down towards that T-spawn area. Now the aggression moving towards lower. Brux does punish it. There is one more member in Aussie moving his way up those stairs. Oh, but Kriaz, the old flankeroony, coming in and getting his teammate out of that. A little Goose to Maverick action right there. Or I should say Iceman to Maverick, because technically Goose was co-pilot in the actual plane, right? And then Iceman would have been the guy on the plane beside him. Oof,
The CT
not
side,
getting
man.
punished.
Paper Planes is just really looking rough. The CT sides in general have not been great. That strong entry power that we saw from Grux really has yet to step up in the second half as a defensive force. You know, it's an entirely offensive game as of right now. This is 13-2.5. The first 5 rounds go the way of the T side. A fast play towards A works out early. Oh, that nade. The molly is just a little late. It's okay. He'll catch him on the cross. It's a shame the nade didn't take him down. If the nade kills him, it would have been a lot easier because the bomb wouldn't be down in this scenario. They'd be scrambling to grab it instead.
Ooh, it looked like Paper Planes wanted to go for a save, but they're going to go for a full-on retake. Now, Vanity being in this site area, he has no idea what that 2 yeah, okay, now he does. The Molotov comes down. Vanity gets killed, but Quick's there to trade it out onto Kriaz. Does allow Vex to pick up their 8th now mark, and look at the money for Paper Planes. I mean, because of the bonus, because of the amount they've been saving, they're just going to buy right back. No problem.
That could be a somewhat important round, even though it was a round that the T side wins. Losing that much money. I mean, with such a small window, such a small margin for error could be very, very difficult to recover from. If Paper Planes can manage to chain a few rounds together, that's all it's going to take. Well, they do have CT side members sitting over towards the B site.
Ooh.
There's the flash in. It's a little late. It's going to give away position, but it still seems to work out. Blinds the guy out on balcony. It'll work out on the setup, but Kriaz is here. Trying to get one more. He'll finish off the damage dealt early. The CT side's already moved into position. Can they spot one with this AWP? The bomb was going to go down
Nice
default,
ball.
but they'll smoke it out. A trade on the ops, as it's a 1-for-1, will bring us to a 2-on-2. Ozzy and Truth versus Knock and Grux.
Nice kill by Grux. Final member of Truth towards this catwalk. He's going to get in front of that flash. Finds one onto Grux. He does give away his position. Knock dude. So unable to find the kill, and Truth wins the 1v2 here, Mark. 9 rounds on the board for Vexed, and now I can say this comeback is starting to happen.
A little bit disappointing in the play there from Truth. That super, super wide peek from inside the site. Or not from Truth, excuse me, from Knock. Kind of sets Truth up for success to a certain degree. I understand the desire to take the battle, but very interesting play. A 4-round deficit from what was an 11-round deficit. 7 straight rounds now for the team side. Vex still very much in this game. A battle in mid that results in the death of many. Yet again, it comes down to 1, but the tables have been turned. In the first half, we consistently said that for Vex. This time, it's Paper Planes as they've been gunned down over and over. Pickles right now, the Red Baron for the T side, as he continues to take battles to the members of Paper Planes, and he's coming out on top of a lot of them.
Right now, Vex looking like a completely different team, Mark, honestly. Good smoke towards the ramp. Vex going for that quick A Halls burst. You see Vanity and Spawn. He's lining up that flash to pop over for his teammates to burst. We have one player in Zer towards Spawn, as well as Grux under Palace.
There's the kills we were looking to see from Paper Planes as they finally get themselves on the scoreboard in this second half. Took them a while. After allowing the T side to gather up 8 rounds, they put their foot down and say, you know what? Enough is enough. We're done with this. Let's close things out here. So 14th round goes on the board. It still could be Vexed's game to take. I mean, winning this round resets the loss bonus. The money will be tolerable, but they've got 1 buy before save, so you're looking at 14-11, 14-12 if they can win that. 14-13. We go. You're really. This is still very much anyone's game. Vex really could bring this one back, especially if they can do it with 3 players to buy.
Definitely. Adam picking up a kill now towards that upper B, and look how much info he's going to gain off this, Mark. At least letting his team know that there's nobody in the vicinity. Kriaz now with a massive kill towards middle, and Adam, capitalizing on that B Hall's aggression, finds himself a second on the round. The kill again by Kriaz, who presses past the Molotov. This round's all but over. 4-on-1 situation. What can Truth do? Let's get 1. It is a consolation frag. Can they recover the AWP? They do. So the double op setup prevails. And look at this, Mark. Within 2 rounds, Paper Planes has got complete economic advantage. Why? Because of the fact that they understood the need to save and not force those rounds. Every single person was building up economy on top of money bonus. And within just a couple rounds, they've got Vexed now, as we try to see them, stay away from that match loss, onto UMPs, MAC-10s, and AKs. Regardless of the 8 rounds in a row they have won.
CT side has the T side right where they want them. Quicks on a MAC-10, Pickles on an ump. It's looking like it's going to be a B effort. The molly goes down, but the smoke follows. The op not able to get there in time to spot them, but they do pick off the bomb that tumbles out into no man's land. If they continue to survive, there it is. It's going to be Quicks left alone. It's a MAC-10 to try to clutch things out. He'll pick up 1 kill, but that does kind of seem like it's a consolation prize, as he ends up dying in the end. The CT side of Paper Planes definitely